So for the folks watching this recording, in the chat, you can see the Open Lab Studio link, and then the link to the collection that you're going to sprout from. And I'm happy to help you guys with this next week too.
So for my each project, I need to sprout from the one you made and
Exactly.
upload my own project.
Exactly, and create your own. And I also should mention too, let me go to that collection. 1 second. Share screen again. Okay, so like in this collection, you see there's the brain through visual mnemonics, there's the visual perception, stock footage, which you guys worked on, development through childhood stories, collecting learning with theory, your new video, health advocacy poster, your quantitative analysis of emotion data project. And then there's 2 more. One is Pay It Forward, which we'll talk about, which you'll plan. This is kind of your final project for the semester. And then I also did one that says, look what I made. This can be anything. This can just be something you made. I actually did one. This is like my first animation video that I've ever made. I made it like, I don't know, 2 years ago or something. So I actually made it with PowerPoint. I'll show it to you really quickly. It was the first time I ever made an animation, so I was pretty excited about it. And first time I used, oh, you may not be able to hear it. I realize that. So you might not be able to hear it, but at least you can see it. So anyway, so I'm going to write something, but actually, maybe I did. Here, this is what I wrote to you. I said how I did it. This is my first attempt at animation. I got inspired by a simple line drawing of buildings, and I used the monocular depth cue of height in plane and texture gradient to give the impression of distance. I used PowerPoint to build the scene line by line. I used Premiere Pro to add the photo and the music. I also, that photo that I use in there, actually, I needed to do a photo credit because that's not an open source. So it can literally be anything you ever did. You don't have to make something new. But as I was doing this and I finished it, I thought, oh, it would be nice to share other work that you've done as well as part of your final portfolio. So that's what that last one is. The other ones all link, obviously, to the projects you've been working on. And I'll be right back. I just need to turn my air conditioning on. It's super hot here. Woo! Oh. Oh, it's hot. Could you guys hear that? You couldn't hear the sound that time, could you? No. Yeah, I got to figure out how to do that. Share sound. Zoom. I
think there's share screen and you can play to share the sound at the same time.
I'm sorry, say that again.
I think you can see the button of share the screen.
Oh, okay.
And when
Oh,
you
okay.
click it, is
oh, I see. Okay, so
there is a button that, yeah, you can
oh,
share the
yes.
sound at the same time.
Oh, thank you so much. Okay, maybe if we have time, I'll share it with the sound when we're done. I don't know why I'm so proud of that animation. I know it's not that amazing, but you know, animation is tough, and
yeah,
there's like to learn how to. I don't know. Anyway, I tend to be my husband laughs at me because I'm a brute force method kind of person. Instead of like figuring out something from complete scratch, I take the skills I already have and I kind of mix them together to make things. So yeah. And next time we do this class, I mean, if Open Lab is up and running and doing well, I'll probably we'll start with that. We'll start by sharing something we've made before instead of doing that at the end. So.
Oh, I have a question.
Mhm.
I was on the Open Lab and I have write my title and test the text box. And I can only click the button that preview or save draft, but I cannot click publish.
You can't publish. This could be from the, did you do it from the Sprout? Try it.
Yes.
That's the problem I had too. Can you just try it? If you go up to the top, do create new project, try it there. It could be that we're having a sprouting issue for the publish. So I'll talk to them about that. We're definitely going to have some snafus, but it's really helpful. Even though I've been testing it out a lot, I'm the only one that's made projects, so I couldn't have sprouted from anything else. So try it from a new project and just see if you can save it there.
Oh, it's weird. When I create a brand new project, I can click publish. But when I sprout the project, I cannot.
So when you do new, you can, and when you sprout, you cannot. It's a bug. We'll
Yeah.
fix it. Thank you for letting me know. So yeah, you guys, if you have trouble doing that, that's why I wanted you to test something before you spend a lot of time. When I was first testing this, I would spend all this time making a beautiful project and then it wouldn't save or it wouldn't whatever. So make sure before you spend that time. So, okay, our Sprout is not working to publish. I'll let them know. Don't worry about it. Just create new projects. That's fine.
So I think I published something from sprouting it.
Oh, you did?
Like a test. Yeah. At first the publish button was shaded out, but then I added to the description. I waited 2 minutes and then I was able to click it. I don't know if you could see it though. It says
okay. So let's Zach, can you share your screen? Because I just want to.
Sure.
Because when I sprouted and I published it, it did publish, but then I couldn't see it. It was still in drafts. So I think that we just have a sprouting issue. But I don't think you're going to have any issue if you just do create project. I think you're going to be good. And then you can still put those projects into a collection for your final portfolio. I think that's going to be good. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, I love your dog. Okay. Yeah.
Test. And
yeah, that's good. Okay. And so you published it, right? Okay, now go up to the right top where your face should be and go to now go click on my portfolio.
My profile?
My portfolio, profile. I'm sorry. My profile. Yeah, so it's there. So you guys try everybody try to sprout like Zach did. If it doesn't work for you, let me know and let me know the situation. So this did publish, it did publish in your profile. Yeah. So that looks good. So there might be something a little tricky. If we could figure that out this week, that'd be great. what it is we need to fix, because it seems like it's a little bit inconsistent. That looks great though.
Yeah, so my bottom was shaded at that time, but when I
share your screen.
It is already published.
Okay. Share your screen. Let's look at it.
Okay.
I think if you fill out all the blanks, you can click the publish.
Okay. So did you publish this one?
I didn't click publish.
Okay.
Oh, it's still in the draft.
It's in the draft. Go to your profile. Go up to the right where your face should be and just click profile. Oh no, not go up to the right and where the little round pink circle. Yes. Profile. Didn't come. Oh, there it is. So yeah, that didn't show up in your projects. Can you try Shirley, can you try another one? Can go to one of my projects, doesn't matter which one. So go to use the link that I put, that the Psych 105 FYS link here in the chat.
Yeah. intermediate.
Oh, great. Oh, great. Yeah, thanks for confirming you can see Zach Sprout. Fantastic. All right. Okay, so just pick one of my projects, click into it.
Yeah.
Pick this.
And
Yeah,
I
okay,
see-
now go to Sprout. Yep. Okay, and now put a title in, just anything. Just type something in the description. You can actually come back to that. I don't think that needs it. Now just try to publish that. I want to see how little we can do. So maybe save draft and then publish.
Yeah, save draft. Draft saved, but this
Okay,
is
now
still
it's still
yeah.
not letting you do that. Okay. So do this now, add some content. Maybe you have to add content.
Mm.
Yeah, just pull something in and see. Not that it matters that you're, are you in China?
Yeah.
And not that that matters, but I just, when I tell people,
I can click publish.
okay, so you need to, okay, it looks like you need to add a first section at least. Like you need to add
Yes.
something more than
Content.
titles. Publish that. Let's go. Oh yeah, and then you can put a project title, and this is cool too. You can put tags. You guys, I'm gonna put some tags I want you guys to use on this on these things. So Wesleyan, Psych 105. Oops. Digital intro. You can use whatever tags you want, but do use these tags on the project. I'm so excited. We've been working on this for like a year.
I'm kind of having a glitch.
Hmm.
Should I show you?
Yeah, please show me.
Okay. Oh, I can't share the screen.
Wait 1 second. Wait a second. Shirley,
I
just
think
put in,
yeah.
I'm sorry, put in Wesleyan and don't click the save to the right. That's a little bit confusing. Okay, Zach. Oh, Brendan. Great. Are you logged in?
The same thing was happening for me, so I just signed up with my email instead of continuing with Google, and then it worked.
Okay, great. So, okay, great. So continue with Google. I need to figure out, continue with whether that works. Continue with Google works. I'll figure that out. Okay. But Brendan, you were okay otherwise?
Yes.
Okay, great. Yeah, continue with Google. We were kind of, I don't know. I mean, it'd be nice to be able to do that, but it was when I used Wesleyan, it was circular. So I'll try that with a new one. Problem too, when I try to test things is you kind of need a new email every time you do it. And I very quickly run out of emails. So that's tough. Cool. So we're just going to spend another like 5 or 10 minutes on this. And then we're going to, you guys are going to break out into groups and show each other your learning projects. Let me create actually some breakout groups for that.
Professor, so do we just start sprouting projects now, or do we
Yeah.
save that for?
Yeah, just do two things. Do this. Sprout 2 projects. Make sure you see them in your profile when you go to your profile, that they got published and you can see them. And then make a collection. Try to make a collection by adding both of those to the collection. You can delete these things later just to try out that functionality. That would be great.
All right, thanks. I've managed to sprout from the bring in mnemonic already, so I'll just do another sprout and then add a collection.
Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah. Okay. Oops. I need to recreate. Sign man. Oh, sign automatically. Recreate. Okay. So we've got rooms for one right at that. So before we turn from this, I just want to make sure you have sprouted 2 projects. It sounds like the sprouting is working now. It sounds like the problem Shirley was facing was if you don't actually add content, in that first section, at least a text or an image or something, then you can't publish it. But if you add that, you can publish it fine from the sprout. So that's good to know. And I also think that's reasonable. Like I don't think that's a design feature will necessarily change. But one of the things too, I will definitely do is like put together a frequently asked questions thing or something like that. At some point when we're further along, we'll make a little video tutorial or something like that. But yeah, you guys are like the first 10 people to log on to this new platform. So I'm excited. So again, make 2 projects. You can delete them later. Put them into a collection so that you know how to make a collection. Make sure that you're sprouting your projects from mine. And that's it. I'll check that out later too. I'll just kind of look at your collections and so forth. But you do delete them and clean them up later. And then later on, when we're in free work 2, any more work you want to do in this, just because I want you to be able to ask me questions about it. But it's funny, when we did final portfolios last time I taught this class, and even with the high school students, we either use like a Google Drive folder where no one can really see your stuff or really connect to your stuff, or we were using a couple of those other platforms that I had showed you, but they didn't work very well. So I'm hoping that this is a way where, like, a platform where you can put digital projects, you can put learning sorts of things. It's an educational platform. It's not a place where we post pictures of our breakfast or whatever else we post on Instagram and the other sites. I think it'll be nice to have something separate. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is just I just randomly assigned people just to kind of mix you guys up a little bit. I know you've been working on you working together on your Wikipedia groups, but maybe you can meet a few more people today, which would be good. And so I'm just going to open all these rooms, put you guys in a breakout room for like 20 minutes. You're going to look at each other's videos. If you show people what you have. I mean, people may be able to give you feedback as well. I would love that too. If you can look for any improvements or confusions, or you need help from people, that would be a great thing to do. I will review all of your learning videos this week and give you feedback as well. Okay, so I'm going to open all the rooms. If you have questions or want to talk to me more, I'll be here. Yeah. put this on again. Folks may have some need relative to how do you post things on YouTube so that you can embed into Open Lab, those kinds of things. So we'll figure out what needs are and help you along. But I'm going to make some breakout groups that you can choose to go to. You can work free here, whichever you want. So if you haven't taken a break, take a little break. If you have taken a break, I'm going to chat with you. So why don't we chat first? Let me just put together a breakout room quickly here. Recreate 3 rooms. Okay. All right. Anyway, okay. So those rooms, I have 3 breakout rooms open for you guys if you need to meet and so forth. I'll just leave those open, but you can add yourself to those manually as needed. So do you want to share your screen and show me where you're at with your quantitative analysis project?
Sure, I'll start logging into SAS now.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. You said you're ready or not ready?
Well, I'm still logging in.
I didn't hear you.
I'm still logging into SAS,
Oh,
so
sorry. Oh yeah, take your time. No problem. That's okay. Alan, do you have any questions before I talk to An?
No, not at the moment.
Okay, no problem. Can I help anybody with any questions about SAS if you're stuck with your program or? Great. Okay.
Hi, can you see the screen up here?
I can. Looks great. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I don't actually have any questions with SAS right now. I only followed the instructions and the examples, the variations in the instruction document. So I'm not quite at the point where I'm stuck yet.
Okay, so you're going to try some of the variations like the graphing and things like that.
Yeah, I'm almost done with them. I've tried, I think I'm on the 4th one right now. So
You
after
tried
that, I'll
them and
just
then
start selecting my own variables for the project.
Okay, so you're saying you tried them and deleted them, or you just
Yeah,
put
I've
in
tried.
bytecode?
I've only had one program right now. There's only the first program running, so I tried them, delete them, and then continue on. Or should I have saved
Yeah,
each?
you say, here's what I would do.
Oh, okay.
When you like make a whole program, right? You can run a lot of things, but also if you don't want to see the output, you remember if you you can put a /* at the beginning and a star / at the end, it'll turn green. So the things you're not running, you can comment out.
Oh, okay.
You definitely want to
Alright.
keep, you want your program to, you want to keep running it. You don't want to keep writing it or keep pasting in. You just want to make sure that you get your analyses to run, and then you can comment that out while you run something else, but I'd keep everything in your program.
Is it like the example you did, I think, with JC last time, where you just copy out the section you want to run in, like at the
You
front?
can you can also do that. I mean, like if you had a couple of lines, as long as you're highlighting, let me say two things about that. If you change the data management, you don't have, you have no data management here. If you change the data management, you've got to run the whole program again. But if you're just doing things after the proc sort and making changes to what analyses you're doing, you can just highlight those sections and just run those.
I see. Right.
And remember, your data management will go in between that data and proc sort statement.
Mm. Okay.
And you can, and when you put that in, when you finish your project or when you submit this, you definitely want to copy that out, put it in a text file, and put that in your Google Drive so I can see your final program.
Right, okay.
Right. And if you have errors or anything like that, shoot me a email with the full program and I'll help you fix them.
Right, got it, thanks.
Any ideas for your Pay It Forward project, On?
For my Pay It Forward, I was thinking of continuing something along with like dual language.
Okay.
Because it was a project I did as an extracurricular a while ago, doing sort of writing pieces in both English or Vietnamese, like with videos sometimes. So I was thinking, because in our class here we have quite a few international students, so maybe we could all do English and our own like language as well.
Right,
So that could be
yeah.
cool idea.
Okay. As that develops, send me a couple sentences about it, okay? So I can respond
sure.
to that. Thank you. Perfect. Sounds great.
Okay.
Alan, are you ready?
Yeah, I am.
Great. Oh, lovely. Oh, wow. Okay, so let me look at this. You've got males and females, red and blue. There is no sense planning a lot. Okay, so higher scores, I assume, mean that, yes, they think that there's no sense planning. Lower scores mean they don't think that, correct? I have a little control over things. So what does this look like? It looks like there's a relationship, a linear relationship between no sense of planning and little control. So the more you think you don't have control, the more you feel there's no sense of planning, right?
Yeah, let me just check the code book.
Okay. And that's also true for males and females, which is interesting. It doesn't look like there's a different relationship.
Yeah. Just okay.
Yeah, I love what you've done.
I did a couple of
Okay. Oh, yeah, okay. Let me look at that one, or any of them. Okay, so this one says felt anxious and tense. Oh, this is kind of all, this looks like there's no relationship, right? I mean,
yeah.
that's a non-relationship for males and females, right? It just kind of bounces all over the place.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, okay, interesting.
Then
that one? Felt restless, no sense of planning. There's a little bit of a relation, I mean, right? I mean, it's sort of a negative relationship where the more you don't believe in planning, the more I'm sorry, wait, the less restless you are. Oh, wow. I like this one. I mean, yeah, because I'm a planner and I'm a little bit restless. So
yeah,
that's great. So that's actually interesting.
Then no sense planning and feeling at ease.
Okay. That's a weak, yeah, that's not much of a
Yeah.
thing. That's kind of bouncing all over there for males and females too. I like that you split it by males and females. Sometimes you find a relationship for one group and not the other. So that's interesting.
Yeah, and that's what I found for prayer and women, which are
Oh,
together,
okay.
yeah.
Oh, let me see that. There's
No
no sense
sense
of
planning. And how intense would
Oh,
you
yeah.
say your anger was?
No, there's nothing going on
Doesn't
there.
seem, yeah.
Yeah.
There was political views versus
Okay.
anger.
Okay.
A couple of Pearson's correlations coefficients. There
Okay.
wasn't
That's
much.
how long. Okay. So
There-
these are all like relationships between angry and how angry, and these
Yeah,
are
but
also
group,
no look at how little the groups are though. 75, 43, like that drops out most of your sample.
they were grouped by for each political view. So the first is, I think
Oh, I
this was
see.
the ones
Okay.
that didn't answer that question. Then
Okay.
this was for extremely liberal.
Okay. So
Then yeah, like that.
so are these angry variables related for some political groups and not others?
There wasn't much correlation,
Okay.
but we can take a look at the graphs. So for feeling angry at someone against political views, I don't think there was much.
No. No, let's see. So let me look at that actually. So political views are in the bottom and then felt angry. Yeah. I mean, this is interesting though. For the males, it seems like angry feelings are for the extreme groups, but that's not true for
Yeah,
females, which is interesting. I
yeah,
mean, that pops out to me. The males who are extremely liberal and the males who are extremely conservative report more days angry in the past 7 than people in the middle, and that is not true for females. Not quite, but it doesn't almost look like it doesn't it almost look for females the red, where the more conservative you are, the less angry you are.
less angry. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's a hoot. Okay. I love this. Okay. Let's see, there's a lot going on there. Political views, felt angry. That's a
This
little
was
hard
now
to
grouped
interpret.
by
Yeah, by divorce. Yeah, you know
marital
what
status.
Alan, do you know what I would do for that?
Yeah,
Have a more clear hypothesis. I can show you how to subset. Let's say you're only interested in like divorced versus single or married versus divorced or that kind of thing. I wouldn't have all of those groups in there for the marital status. I would compare 2 and simplify that graph.
oh, okay.
Wait, go back to your code. I'll show you how to do that. Go to your code. So go to right before proc sort. Yeah, so your proc sort is go right before that. Yeah, enter. Yeah, perfect. Just hit enter. Okay, say if, and then whatever the marital, the word marital equals 1, or marital equals 3 semicolon. Now, if you run this, it's going to show you that same graph, but it's only everything you run is now just going to be married versus divorced. So run that and let's just look at it quickly. And now, if you don't want that, get rid of it. But I'm just saying, like, you can subset this way. So let's go back down to that graph that was complicated. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. So it looked. Oh no, up a little bit. Right here. Yep. Yeah. Political views, mean number of angry days. No, down one more. Sorry, it's the marital groups. Remember, there it is. Married versus divorced. Yeah. So this was the really complicated graph. So now you can just compare married versus divorced. If you want to look at other groups, you can do it that way. But the graph you had really had too much information on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is great though. You're doing an amazing job. Good job. Now, remember, everything you look at here is only married and divorced people, so you don't want to interpret the other graphs. If you
Oh,
if you
okay.
want to get back to everybody, you got to get rid of that code. Go back to your code
So
again.
all the graphs now, all the
all the
graphs now
graphs
fall
down.
under.
Now you just subs all of them. Go back to your code. I'll show you how to get rid of that. Just put a star in front of that line in line 31. Just put a star, an asterisk. Yep, now it's green. Now if you run it again, it'll be everybody again for all your output. Okay. See, now it's back, right?
Yeah, it's back.
Yeah, you're doing a great job. So if you have any errors while you're working on this today and this week, feel free to send me your program and I'm happy to fix it. Have you had any thoughts, Alan, about your Pay It Forward project?
Yeah, just probably two. The first was the correlations between smell and memory, and probably because I think for me, I'm not sure if it's for everyone. Usually have strong memories when they are related to a certain smell. So
Okay.
how that can be used in the actual world for your own
I
to
love
your own
it.
advantage.
Yeah, I love it. Now, are you going to make like a video or a script for a video, or what are you going to do format wise?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do a video.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Great. Sounds good. I'm going to show you guys too. Like like I would do a good amount of research, but then I make your video like 1 minute. I'll show you an example of what I'm talking about. Like even if I want you to do a lot of research on it and have something long, but then shorten it to something really punchy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'll show you an example of that. I think that's a beautiful idea.
Okay,
Thank
sure.
you so much. It's
Also,
so fun to see you guys. Go ahead.
the one that the code that let me just the one that I wrote about the for prayer and women.
Okay.
Just wanted to share that.
Yeah, okay, go ahead. You mean you wrote a different program?
Yeah, I was actually doing these programs differently. As you can see at the top here, there were
Oh, I see. Yeah.
different. Yeah.
I mean, you can do it all in one program and just comment out when you're not looking at them. That can be, it can be a little complicated to try to keep 4 different programs running, but yeah. Okay, go into that. Prayer and feelings. Okay, great. Oh, you really went for it. I love this. Okay.
So the correlation that was interesting for me was, feeling angry at someone and women who had prayed, who had never prayed
Oh,
and
wow.
pray several
Yeah.
times a day.
So it looks like the less you pray, if you're a female,
the
the
more
more angry you are, but that's
Yeah,
not
and
true for men.
yeah, it doesn't affect men, and it's true for most negative emotions. Feeling anxious, can see there.
Oh
More
no,
anxious,
this is, I love this. Yeah, great.
feeling fearful.
But also
Those
look
were
at this. It's not how often you pray, it's whether or not you pray.
yeah,
Yeah, I like that.
extreme.
But not for men, which is interesting.
Yeah, it doesn't affect men.
This makes me want to start praying.
Yeah.
I love this. This is
Yeah,
great.
I think prayer is kind of therapeutic for women.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
really good. I love it. You've done a great job, Alan. Good job.
Thank you.
All right. Let's see. Let me podcast. All right. If River comes back, she had sent a note to me. I'm going to meet with her next. But if you are ready to meet with me feel free to pop me a note and I'll call on you. Otherwise, I'll just keep going through the list. I'll give her another minute and then I'll pick somebody else. She didn't see that. Is anyone ready to meet with me? Or would like to? I'm ready.
I have some questions about the pay it forward project.
Sure, Shirley, go ahead.
I saw that we have 4 options, and I was wondering what's the main difference between the option 1 video and option 3 tutorial.
So the video is teaching something content-wise in the field of psychology. A tutorial is teaching someone how to do something.
Someone had to do something.
Yeah, like some of the skills that you've learned, or that you could teach somebody how to do them, like step by step how to do them, not content.
Oh, but so the skills must be related to psychology. Do you have any like samples of what can I teach?
So if you go to I think in my YouTube, I mean, if you can teach whatever you want. If you're a musician, you can teach someone how to make music. If you're like, you know, you can teach digital skills. You can teach people how to make software. I mean, part of the process is figuring out how to teach, how to go through those steps and do it as clearly as possible. Remember too, this is a pay it forward project. So you definitely want to do something that will help students in this course in the future, but that is lots of things.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
I got it. And also I have a question about like if I chose to write the script, what should be the length? I have seen the sample is 10 pages long.
Yeah, 10 10 pages. I
Oh,
mean, those scripts that I wrote for the videos you've been watching are 10 pages long.
and so what's the suitable length for the video and tutorial?
So I'm going to give you guys an example of the content video should be a 1-minute video. Like if no one's going to watch it if it's longer than that. But I don't want you to write 1 minute of words. I want you to write 4 pages, 5 pages of words, and then cut it down to that 1 minute. I can't remember. I think 1 minute is like 190 words or something like that. But don't just write 190 words. You won't do a good job, I promise. You want to have the whole story a few pages long and then cut it down carefully to the basic essence of what you want to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So let's send 10 minutes.
No, your video will be 1 minute and I'll show you a video example.
1 minute.
The video is not 10 minutes long. No one's going to watch that. But your script needs to be 10 pages. So that's a harder project.
What about the tutorial?
1 to 2 minutes.
1 to 2. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Initially, I thought it should be hard work because I thought it would be 10 to 30 minutes.
Do something that's meaningful to you. It doesn't need to be long. It just needs to be good. So yeah, it's something meaningful.
Got it. Thank you.
You're welcome. JC?
My internet connection isn't stable today, so the audio is in and out. Can you please repeat what you said about the 1 minute, please?
Yeah, I'm gonna show you. Let me see if I can find it here. I'll put the link in here. So what I did, I tried to give a model. I thought it was in a folder, but if it's not, let me, oh shoot, I'm not signed in. I gotta sign into YouTube 1 second and I'll give you the example. Okay. my channel. Oops. Okay. I need to find my video. So here it is. Is that it? Yeah. Or is that it? I don't think it matters. I think both of them are right. Okay. Okay. So, I'm going to give you an example. The reason I want it to be 1 minute is because I want it to be really good and succinct. And it'd be really cool as we continue to do this course where we have all these really good kind of snippet 1 minute videos that have been built. So I built one on classical conditioning. And I'll just show it to you so you get a sense of what I'm talking about. Let me share my screen really quickly. And I'm going to share my sound. Hopefully this will work. Let me just 1 second. Okay. Okay. Come on, put it up there. All right, there we go. So here it is. Here is I have a couple versions of this because I used Adobe Express and then I changed it up, but I'm just going to show this to you quickly. Let's see if I can put my sound up.
Discovery of classical conditioning. A Russian physiologist named Ivan Pavlov rang a bell and then gave a dog some food. After repeating this pairing multiple times, the dog eventually treated the bell as a signal for food and began salivating in anticipation of the treat. The dog food in Pavlov's experiment is the unconditioned stimulus, or US, because it elicits an unconditioned response, or UR. That is, without any kind of training or teaching, the stimulus produces a natural instinctual reaction. On the other hand, a conditioned stimulus produces a conditioned response. A conditioned stimulus, CS, is a signal that has no importance to the organism until it is paired with something that does have importance.
So the reason I showed you that is not because you need to have all that B-roll or anything like that. I just wanted to try to make a video. That was like I think the first one I made. I might have made that even before I made my little animation. But I wanted to just show you how in 1 minute you can cover an idea really thoroughly. And so the video should just be 1 minute long. In fact, 1 minute perfectly would be, or 58 seconds, or 1 minute and 1 second, or something like that, as close to 1 minute as you can get. You'll want to do a script first. And as I was saying to Shirley, you want the script to be longer because you want to boil it down to its essence. If you just write 90 words about it, it tends to not be the best use of words. I find it better to cut down than to build up.
So we should be concise.
I'm sorry?
So we should be concise and precise.
Concise, absolutely, yes. I don't want it. You know how you know what your attention span is like. The reason I did a 30-minute video for the full coverage of a whole topic was because I wanted to get in as much as a textbook would have. But what you're doing for this final project, if that's what you choose, you're just getting one concept across, one idea across. Ideally, it would be a concept that you didn't get to learn in one of the lessons that we created for you. JC, is that helpful?
It is, thank you.
Welcome. Okay, who's next? Zach, are you ready?
Yeah, I could do it now. Let me just pull up my final program.
Thanks.
And do you also want to see like the visual thing I made now, or?
Oh yeah, yeah. Let me see your program first, but I'd love to see that too. River, I'll grab you. Do you have a quick question or, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, sorry, really quick.
Yeah, please.
All of a sudden, one of my collection pages or my project pages is just reading an error.
Oh, can you take a screenshot of it and send it to me in an email and let me know what you think, like how that, like what got you there? Oh, are you logged in? Because I got a warning this morning, but I wasn't logged in.
I clicked on it to edit it, and it just has like the text like bracket, quote, section title underscore title bracket.
So send me a screenshot of that with a note and then log out and log back in and see what happens. Thank you.
Okay, here's my
This
code.
looks good. Yeah, okay.
So
Mhm.
it's oh god, what's the word? Investigating the like relation between race and political view.
Okay.
And I also included like other, which I'm probably gonna take out because it like accounts for like a very small percentage.
Okay.
Um, yeah.
But I mean, wait, so there's only, are there only three race groups in the data set?
No, well, see, I thought, well, okay, wait. There are more, I think, but these accounted for the largest percentages.
You can, it's okay to just like compare white and black, that's okay, but I wouldn't then add other.
Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of the
Okay,
other.
yeah. And you can compare white, black, and Hispanic, or like you can subset to the groups you want to look at, but I wouldn't include other. Okay, let me see this. Okay. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I see. So you created, I like this. So race by political view groups. Now, one of them is yeah, I'd take out other because look at, you've got they're too small, 17 people, 18 people. You don't even want to put them in a graph.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna do that, fine, liberal. Okay, keep going. I love it. Love it so far.
So kind of the thing that I'm deciding to like that I found the most surprising in like that, kind of like accounts like my like
Yeah.
visual thing is the neutral stance. And that
Okay.
collective 54% of
Oh yeah, okay.
don't have like a political stance one way or the other. I thought that was pretty interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting. You wouldn't think it, but that's good news. Okay.
Yeah, I wrote that
Great
in like
news. Yeah, great news. Yeah.
like I found it interesting that like
Yeah.
so many people and like how it really like puts
Yeah,
into
let me see
perspective.
your let me see your graphic, your picture. I love
Yeah.
it. So I'll combine 50% of like maintain a neutral political stance. Now, is it, wait a minute though, is it 50? It's not 54% of black people and 54% of white people.
No,
It's
combined.
combined.
It's I could change the wording a bit,
Yeah,
but yeah.
I think that's a little misleading, but I do like, I mean, I think that this idea of like it's piling up in the middle is is good. I would change that wording a little bit. I think it's a little misleading, but that sounds good.
But yeah, so I said like it like puts into perspective how like present day political debates don't like necessarily like represent the opinions of like the whole population.
Okay.
And like,
yeah.
like a lot of people like
Perfect.
aren't really
Yeah.
one way or the other.
Good.
And
Okay.
I might bring it like a step further and add in like how this affects happiness, like how like
Yeah.
each like the main
I
like
would be interested in a graph. Now, once you take the other out, I'd be interested in the graph that looks at the remaining 1, 2, 3, like 6 groups by happiness.
right.
That would be interesting.
Okay.
Also, though, can I say this? I don't know if you need one thing you can do too. If you go to my model code, where's that? Because go to Schoology. Actually, go to Schoology if you can go there. I just want to show you. Because you don't, I mean, it's fine what you did. You created a variable that has both race and political views, but you can also in your graph just do political views by happiness and then stratified by race. You don't need to,
Right.
So that this way everybody's the same color on the bar. But if you do it the way I said, like different races will be different colors, it's a little bit easier to view so look at how I did that graph with 3 variables and maybe try that, but subset out the groups you don't want. You could create, you could create a new variable called, let's say, black, and you could just say if someone endorsed black, then black equals 1. Else, if someone endorsed white, then black equals 0. So yes and no, and just have those two groups in it. So you know what I mean, you can subset to the race groups by creating a new variable. Oh yeah,
Right.
scroll down a little bit. Let me see what I did. Let's see if there's any okay, see the last one that's proc SG plot. I've got happy feel on my y-axis. It's the last one, my last group. Gender in my grouping. So I would put hap feel in your response, race or whatever race variable you want to create for your group, and then let's see, and then for the where it has marital there, I would put the political groups.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Okay.
Yeah, try that. I think it'll be visually easy to interpret. Looks
All
good.
right.
So what
This
are
is-
your plans for the Pay It Forward project?
You know, I don't really know quite yet.
That's right. We can connect in an hour or so. So you might want to explore that a little bit. No rush. It doesn't have to be anything major. I just want you to think about what would have been helpful to you or what you didn't get to learn that you wish you would have, that sort of thing.
Right. All right. Thank you.
Thanks, Zach. Okay. River, do you want to meet?
Yeah, I would actually really appreciate that. I think I know what I'm doing,
Okay.
but I'm also a little confused because it's like
Yeah, no worries.
there's a lot of things happening all at once.
There's a lot of things happening.
So I'm kind of going through slowly and adding each project onto the Open Lab.
Great.
I think I need to
just
like
had
go
that
through a
one
bit more though.
issue. Yeah, do you want to show me?
Yeah, there's also like the software is like creating two different, for some reason, two different sprouts, even though I've only made one.
Oh. Well, you
just
can
some
do
minor
things
technical errors.
too. I mean, you know, like if it's sprout,
Sorry?
if you have a project you don't want or it didn't work, you can delete things. So
Yeah. I think I'm gonna just trudge through that.
Okay.
I don't really know what is going on. I can share my screen and
Yeah.
show you what's happening.
Great.
So it's showing two of these
Oh yeah, okay.
childhood development,
So I
and
would
one of them
yeah,
like half works,
okay.
and then the other one super doesn't.
Okay, that's strange, but you did sprout it. You might did you do something like pick text and then put in an image or something like that?
I don't think so.
Okay. I would delete those and start over fresh and make sure
Okay.
let me show you how to delete too. Go to because it's kind of hidden how to delete the whole project, but I want to show you that.
Okay. Where do I go?
Go into, well, let me see it because I'm new to this
Okay.
too, so I have to see it myself. Okay. So go into one of your projects that you want to delete. Okay. Now, can you see? I can't see it from mine. Go to other. Oh yeah, no, there really is a bad error there. Could you do this? Could you send me the link to that project? Yeah, send me that. You should be able to get into. Were we in edit or no? We need to go into the edit. Okay, well let's try it again. Something seems to be going wrong. Okay, go to go back to the outside. Sorry, now you just hover over the project. Just hover. Yeah, you see where it says edit, go to edit.
Okay.
Now if you want to go to the
See, now this is working.
Now also go to, if you want to delete it though, go to settings, see where settings is down low in the left.
Yeah.
Click settings. And see delete project.
Delete project?
Yeah.
Okay.
So actually, River, this would be a great favor to me. If in the next 24 hours, you tried to kind of put your projects up that you have, use this opportunity to delete things, make sure you're sprouting things. I don't want to send them problems that aren't consistently problems, but I also want them to know. So the best thing to do when you have a problem with a particular project is send me the link to it. That'd be ideal.
Okay.
Great. Thank you so much. How is
yes, thank you.
Anything you want to talk about with data analysis?
So I was actually I'm a bit curious about it.
Yeah.
I did what I could. I'm not awesome at
That's all
coding,
right.
but
Yeah.
I like it.
Okay, good.
Um,
Yay.
and so I just have like the basic text code here, and then I made an infographic that was describing um how the like percentage of feelings per sex.
Uh-huh.
I did a lot of the math on my own because I didn't know how to do the math in the system.
Okay.
So I ended up doing a lot of percentage calculations on my own because I didn't really know the coding.
Okay.
But I was able to figure out that like of the average statistics, like women reported feeling fearful on average 20% more.
Okay.
And a couple of other things. I can
Okay.
see if I can launch the
Yeah, let me
program
see your
and show you.
code. Looks like you just used the frequency tables, right? You didn't do the graphing or cross anything?
I
Well, you did.
tried to.
I'm sorry, you did. You did it with gender. I'm sorry. I misspoke.
I tried to. I don't know if I did it the traditional way. I think
Okay.
I just
That's
got
all
the
right.
numbers and then took the numbers and mathed it.
That's okay. I just want to see what kind of output you were looking at.
Okay. So yeah, I kind of just pulled a ton
Oh
of
yeah, good. Okay, yeah. So you did a bunch of
charts.
crosses. Yeah, yeah. That looks good. Okay.
Yeah. Wait, let's see if it will run.
It's still, yeah, I think it's still running.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There it is. Okay.
And then
Great,
I just
okay.
took a bunch of these and
Okay.
I like took the ones that had the most disparity of between women and men and kind of used the percentages and calculated the percent difference in my head because
but I don't think these are percentages. I think they're averages.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I created percentages out of them. So like for feeling worried by sex, like I took 2.4 and 3.1 and like found the percent difference.
Oh,
So
I
it's like
see. All right, I'm with you.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, great. Good. All right, good. I like it. What about your thoughts on a pay? I mean, you may not be working on the next project because I know you were finishing up your learning video, but if you have thoughts on that at any point and want to share them with me, you're welcome to.
I was a little confused as to what the expectations were.
Yeah.
It was very open-ended.
Very open-ended. I was trying to tell people that if you're going to do like a video on an idea that you didn't get to learn about that you think is important for intro psych, the video should only be 1 minute long. And in fact, my model video, like just to give you an idea of the length and so forth, I'm gonna everyone, I'm just gonna link my video here so that you can get a sense of that. You know, with a script, maybe not 10 single space pages, which was what it would take to do like the videos lessons that you guys saw. That's usually how long mine are, but maybe like double spaced kind of thing. You can also work on a tutorial. You may have other ideas too. I mean, it is very open-ended. Like a lot of times my students will say, I really think this class needs X and Y, and I want to do that. So it's pretty open-ended, but I did want to give you some examples that were pretty easy to think your way into based on your own interests.
Can you explain the goal of the project just once more?
So we're creating open educational resources.
Yeah.
Like this is not for me to grade. Well, I mean, I will look at it, but I mean, I'm just saying this is not for me. It's for future students that will take this class. We have actually high school students that take this class every spring from Title I high schools. Like what kind of supporting resources, content, tutorial, like just what else was missing in a sense. That's the goal. The goal of this class is to kind of kill the textbook companies and create open educational resources that can be like mixed and shared and that just sort of engage people in ways that, you know, most intro psych classes are not doing.
Yeah. Okay. So my personal favorite part of the course, because I'm such a nerd, is like the content.
Yeah.
And so could I do like a focus in on like some part of the content and
Yes,
that
but
be,
I recommend you pick content I didn't cover. Like
yeah,
pick
okay.
pick like something where you're like, you really should have covered positive psychology and you didn't, or you should have covered this idea and you didn't, or this principle of social psych and you didn't. That would be ideal.
Okay. I think I understand. I will start brainstorming.
Okay, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thanks, River. All right, who's next? Now I'm gonna forget who I even talked to. So I talked to Alan, I talked to An, I talked to Zach. I talked to Shirley. You didn't show me your code yet. You can do that whenever you're ready. I talked to River. Brendan, I don't think we talked.
Okay. Yeah, so I've kind of started on the code, but I'm kind of I don't know how to save it. Like I think.
Oh, okay. I'll help you with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to double click that home files thing. I'll help you with that. I don't know why it does that, but for whatever reason, it makes you kind of put it in home and then you can click save.
Yeah, because like
yeah. Okay, double click home. Files home in the middle up by save as. Yep, double click that and then it's a bit, no, that's all, just all, now you can see, save it. Yep, perfect.
all right. Yeah, I think I'm gonna like work on this today.
Yeah,
and
work on the, you've got plenty of time. We got like more than an hour left just in this session. So if you bump into any issues, feel free to let me know.
okay.
And any thoughts on your Pay It Forward project, or have you not had a chance to look at that? It's totally, you can also use this time to look that over as well.
Okay, I'll do that. I'm gonna look over the Pay It Forward project a little bit.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks. Waverly.
Let me just share it real quick.
Mm-hmm.
So I was
Okay.
trying to look at like the link between different emotions and class.
Okay, great. Oh yeah, let me see the outcome. Yeah.
And so
So happy looks sort of linear, right? Like you're happier the more higher class status you have.
yeah, and then I found like
You're less anxious, okay. Worried is a little bit flatter for working in lower class, but they still have the highest and it goes less worry the higher you get.
yeah.
That's interesting. There may be more supports for people in the lower class than working class. That might even that out a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, I love it.
So that's what I have so far. And I think
Okay.
I might look at like other emotions to see if there's like a bigger gap between
Perfect.
any of
Let me-
them.
Yeah, let me show you one more thing too. Can you go to Schoology? I just want to copy some code in here and I just want to show you too how to very easily look at these graphs and add a third variable, like stratify that by gender to see if what you're finding overall is true for males and females or for whatever other groups you want to choose. So if you go to Schoology,
Yeah, let me.
if you go to the bottom of the folder on emotion, there is like long code. I just want you to take like the last few lines. It's like proc SG plot or something like that. Those last few lines of the program, and just paste those into your program. And we're going to change them up a little bit.
Is it in the program you can copy and paste?
It's in the one, there's two programs. There's a really, really short one. And then there's one toward the bottom that's a little bit longer.
Okay.
I don't remember what it's called. Let me see if I can, let me pop onto Schoology and see.
Oh, is it the EDA model code?
Yes, that's it. Yeah. Now, but if you go to it, I don't want all the code. If you go to the bottom, there's just like 4 lines that start with proc SG plot at the bottom. Just those 4 lines I want you to copy into your program.
Okay. So like that.
Paste it, actually paste it toward the, perfect. Okay. Now, change marital to, class, change marital to class. Yep.
Would it have to be all caps or is it like?
No, luckily SAS is not case sensitive. It can be whatever you want.
Okay.
Now where you see where it says, group sex. Yeah, leave it there. So we're going to look at, you're going to do the same thing. We're going to look at class by happy feelings, but we're going to stratify it by sex. So change the title though. Average number of days for feel happy by, instead of marital status, put class instead of marital there, so that we don't get confused.
Okay.
Yeah. Perfect. All right. Now just save and run. It's nice, isn't it? Like once you can do something, you can flip your variables and change things up very quickly. So, all right. So scroll down to the bottom. It'll be at the bottom. There it is. So it's okay. So let's look at this. Yeah, there seems to be a sort of a linear relationship, but it's weaker for women, isn't it? That the reds don't go up. I'm sorry, women red, scroll up a little. I can't see the, no, I'm sorry, the other way. Scroll or down a little bit. Yeah, down a little bit.
It's not letting me go down.
Oh, it's not. Okay, let me, that's okay. Let me move my, my bar. I can't see there should be, at the bottom of your screen. It's for whatever the black bar on my screen. Wait, let me try to move it. It's not letting me. Let me make this big. Sorry, 1 second. View. Let me see this. Oh, there it is. Okay, now I can see it. I had to make it littler. Okay, so yeah, so I'm sorry. I wanted to see 1 is male, 2 is female. So I guess what I'm saying is there is a linear relationship for females, but it seems a little stronger. Like, I guess what I mean is the male in the upper class show the most happy feelings, right?
Yeah.
But the men in the middle, working and middle, don't show any differences.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is once you pull the males and the females apart, that linear relationship, we see a little bit more, we see a little less strong, and we get a few more details. So all I wanted to show you is if you want to stratify by a third variable, that's the code you'd use.
Okay, perfect.
Thanks. Great. So have you thought any about your pay it forward project?
I have not yet, no.
Okay, don't worry. We've got an hour to think about it and check that out. Check in with me before the end of class, just if you've had some thoughts, okay?
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Thanks, Waverly. Okay, Kathy.
Oh. Like because I think it's quite hard for me, so like I didn't make an like really complicated like code, which so mine was quite simple.
That's okay, and I can help you with like adding anything you want to add based on your questions.
Okay. Can you see the screen?
I cannot at the moment.
Oh.
View.
Oh, I forgot to share.
There we go. Okay, now I can see it. Perfect. Okay.
So it's about the region and the
region by anxiety. Oh, I love that. Okay. So let me see that. Let me see. Yeah, scroll down to the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there are 9 regions.
Yeah.
Let me see that in the code book. Oh, okay. That's a lot of regions. And then let me see your graph again. New England versus so it looks like the highest, and this is anxiety. So the highest anxiety groups are 1, 4. Oh gosh, 1 is really high. Okay, 1. Oh my gosh. Okay, and then the next 2 high are like 4 and 7. Let's go back to your code and look at those. So 1, 4, and 7. So 1. I knew 1 was going to be New England.
I guess there are too many university students here.
Yeah, I was gonna say you picked the wrong region, everybody. Well, we should also look at happiness. Maybe New Englanders are happy too. Okay, so and 4 is the west north central, and 7 is the west south central. So people in the middle of the country kind of thing. But so north central and south central. So interesting. Okay. The other thing you can do, if you have hypotheses about this too, you can like subset to different groups. Like if you want to know if like New England and the Pacific are different. Let's see. So Pacific is 9, New England is 1. Let's look back at your graph. I want to see how the California people, how they feel.
Oh,
Yeah, they're pretty low. And then what's 5? South Atlantic. Go back to your graph again. Because 5 is the lowest.
yeah.
South Atlantic. I don't even know what South Atlantic is. I got to look that up. South. I mean, that's not usually how we talk about things. So it's Atlantic.
Yeah, that was quite strange.
Yeah. Well, I would go and look at. Let me see the images. You know what? Oh, perfect. Let me. So South Atlantic is Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia, and Maryland. So what I would do, Kathy, is I would like just Google this and it'll, yeah, perfect. Yes, that's it. You got it. So now you can see and have some hypotheses. The other thing you can do, we could also collapse groups. Do you know what I mean? Like if you decide that you don't really care about this, if you want all the central people to be together, we could collapse those and so forth. So if you want to try something with a new variable, let me know and I'll help you make that variable. But that's very interesting.
Yeah, I like to try that because like this words I wasn't familiar with them, and
Yeah.
I
So
just did. Okay.
So what do you want to do? How do you want to put them together? If you go to your code book, we can look. Okay, yeah, go to code book. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so what do you want to put together?
I guess north, north and west, maybe north, south, and west.
Central, the central ones.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 3, 4, 6, and 7. I would keep mountain and Pacific separate. I would keep South Atlantic. Let's do and Mid Atlantic. Let's do that. So let's just make that new variable. So there'll be less to look at and it might be helpful. So go back to your code, your SAS code.
And by the way, what does a mountain means?
Oh, mountain is Colorado, Utah. Mountain is Montana. It's basically the slice of the United States before you get to the Pacific coast.
Oh.
So go to line number 4, skip a line. You're going to put a line of code between data and proc sort. In between. Yep. Okay. So enter again. Hit enter. Yep. Okay. So we're going to say if region equals 1.
Do I need to type or
just an equal sign, equal 1, then THEN. We're gonna say region 1. We're creating a new variable. We need a new name, so I'll just put a 1 at the end. So region 1 equal, and then put in single quotes, New England. Yeah. Okay. Now semicolon at the end of the parenthesis. Okay. Now I want you to say on the next line, else, ELSE, if region equals 2, then region 1 equals, and I go back to your code book. I don't remember what region equal 2. Okay, so 2 is Middle Atlantic. So I'm going to say equal 2, then region 1 equals Middle Atlantic. semicolon at the end, then else if, now we're going to put the big group together, all those central places. So we're going to say else if region equals 3 or region equals 4 or region equals 6 or region equals 7, then region, I'm sorry, region 1. Just keep putting region 1. Our new variable is called region 1.
Oh,
So
okay.
not region 2 or 3, right?
Sorry, I didn't
Region
quite.
1. So you see your line 5. I want you to change region 2 to region 1 in line 5.
Oh, okay.
And here I want you to say region 1 equals central. In quotes. Semicolon. Okay, and then else if region equals 5, then region 1 equals whatever 5 was. You can go back to your code book and see that. Yep. South, yeah. Semicolon at the end. And then again, yeah, I know that'll mess you up. Else if region equals 8, then region equals mountain. Region 1, yeah, perfect. That equals mountain. Semicolon at the end, and then one more. Else if region equals 9, then region 1 equals Pacific.
Okay.
So we have a new variable called region 1 that is the string variable, so you don't have to keep going back and forth to your code book. Semicolon at the end.
Oh, I forgot.
Okay, now go down to where you have region in your V-bar there, V-bar region, and put a 1 at the end of region. We're going to use the new variable. So this is the new variable. Now save and run that.
Oh, it works.
So
that's
now
much clearer.
Much clearer, much easier to look at. Actually, too, look at the group. What is that group? So now, central. Oh, you know what they did? They put them in the order of alphabetical. So let's actually fix that. Go back to your code. Before the word New England, up where it says New England, in the parentheses, inside the parentheses, put 1 period. Type type the number 1 period. Okay, now in Middle Atlantic, type 2 period. Because it did it in a weird order because it did it in alphabetical order. 3 period, 4 period, 5 period, 6 period. Yep. Now save and run that. This will be in the right order. I thought New England got messed up, like they ended up in the middle. We don't want that. That gets confusing. Yeah, so New England is still the highest. So that's also an idea, Kathy, you can use if there's other things you want to collapse, or that's how you make a new variable. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Great. And
that's
so,
good.
what are you thinking about? Have you thought about your Pay It Forward project at all?
I'm considering making a video or animation about social psych, I guess.
Great.
I was quite interested in that.
Great. Yeah. If you want to chat about it anytime, let me know. That sounds perfect.
Okay.
Nice job.
Okay.
Thanks. Okay. So I talked to River, talked to Zach. Shirley, we haven't talked yet. We chatted a little, but you can show me your program and
Um, I'm having a trouble opening up the SAS website.
Okay.
I think if I encounter any problems, I can send emails to
Yeah,
you.
you can. Yep. Do you want to hold off and solve that a bit first?
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. That's no problem. Cassie, are you ready? And JC and
Yeah.
Isabella, I see you're there too. I won't forget you.
So I did something very simple just to make it work. And it's just about sex and race and about the feelings.
Great.
But then I just now I tried to add another variable, show anger, and I'm not sure I'm doing it
Sure,
right.
yeah, okay, let me look at this. So what are you trying to do? Show me the line of code you're hoping to get output for.
Okay.
So these SG plots, let me look at these SG plots. So you've got race, sad, sex. That should work. Race, anxious, sex. Race, word. You might have an error. Just run the program because it actually looks fine. So let's run it and see if there's any errors.
Yeah, I just finished the line now, so.
Oh, okay, okay, great. Go to your log. I just want to make sure there are no errors.
Hey.
There's none. Great. Okay, go back. Perfect. All right, let's see what these look like. So they'll have red and blue in them. There we go. Okay, let's look at this. So race by sadness by gender. So average number of days week felt sad. So it looks, first of all, like females are sadder than males, right?
Yes.
And what's race 1, 2, and 3? What are those races?
The 1 is white and 2 is black and 3 is other.
And 3 is other. Okay. So so it looks like there's not much difference between the race. White women are a little sadder than the other two groups, but not a lot. Males, again, there's not much difference. It's kind of, so it doesn't literally look like there's a strong racial difference, maybe with the exception of white women are a bit sadder on a few more days, a little bit more per week. Let's look at the next one. Anxious. Same thing. White women are the most anxious. They're anxious like 2.3 days per week compared to a little less than 2 days for Black women and about 2 days for other women. So not a big difference, but a bit of a difference. Males look pretty similar.
Yeah, there seems no big difference between men.
No, they seem like, yeah, the same. Absolutely. And here's same thing. So, I mean, I would say the big take home message from all of these is that women feel more worried, more sad, and more anxious than men do. Regardless of race.
Yeah.
That's bad news.
Like
remember, we want to say this carefully too. It's not that they're more sad, it's that they're sad on more days per week in the past 7 is the more accurate way to say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, great.
Let's look for negative feelings. It's like the Black female a little bit lesser than
less, yeah. A little bit, but not a lot. And I would say if there's any race differences among women, it's that women who are white have more negative feelings. Now, did you look at any happy feelings or any positive feelings?
No, I just look at the negative feelings.
You might want to try that now, right? I mean, I'm sorry, there's one more. Scroll down. I didn't realize.
Okay.
Let's look at that one. Angry. Men are a little bit more angry in the other group, but isn't that weird? Like men and women are similarly angry among those who are Black and those who are white. There's not a huge difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not a huge difference. A little bit with like angry on fewer days for men and women in the Black group, but again, not much. We're talking about 2.3 days versus like 2.7 days or something like that. All right. Okay. Yeah. So this is very interesting. I'd try to think about this, but I'd also try some positive things like content and happy and see if that sheds any light. Because also, if the groups that are the most angry, anxious, and whatever are also the most happy and content, it may mean they're just the most emotional. You know what I mean?
Okay, I'll try that later,
Yeah.
just to see the contrast.
Yeah. So do you have any ideas about your Pay It Forward project? This looks good.
I might do a video, but I'm not sure about the topics yet.
Okay. Take your time. That's good. Thanks.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Looks good. I love what you did with the code. You guys did a great job with the code. I hope that you didn't spend, an hour trying to work out an error message, but assuming you did not, I hope this has been a pleasant experience. Okay, Isabella.
For me, I had to work on it. It's not compatible with my laptop. I can't share my screen.
Oh, you can't share your screen. What's not compatible?
FYS Studio. It doesn't work on my laptop device.
So not SAS, but can you just share your screen, just your screen?
I don't know how to do a book, but I have SAS on a different show.
You can't just share the screen you have on the machine you're working on? Is it a laptop or a tablet or what? Okay, yeah, if you share your screen, I just want to help you and walk you through it.
Yeah, no, I can't become SAS on the PC. And I'm on
No, but I'm not talking about SAS now. I'm just seeing if you can share your screen just to your laptop. Like if you were going to show me one of your projects or your video or just share your screen.
Okay.
You have a green button at the bottom of your Zoom page that says share screen. It's green in the middle.
No, I don't see anything screen.
Can you open up, if you go up to view, sometimes like go to full screen. If you go up to view and you go full screen, that gives you more space. It could be hidden under a bar or something like that, but it's at the middle of your screen at the bottom. So actually, let's see, another view, let's see, follow host side. You could also do like a side self view or, well, no, that doesn't, I thought that would make it smaller. Do you have like a bar at the bottom that's covering it up?
For me at the bottom, it just says plat, show captions, breakout room, settings, and more, but incoming
Oh, go to
video.
more, go to more.
So, yeah, it only says stop and incoming video.
Huh, can you take a screenshot, like just take a picture of your screen and just email it to me? I mean, I've never had Zoom not be able to share a screen. Send it to me and then we'll just chat a bit. So Isabel, I'm gonna come right back to you. If you could share that screen with me, and then we can talk a little bit about your whatever issues you're having with SAS. I can help you with. I can even show you with my screen, and then I'll ask you too about the Pay It Forward project. But you can take your time trying to send that to me.
Okay.
Thanks. JC.
Hi, I'm
Hi.
sharing my screen now.
Thank you. Oh, good. Looks good. Yeah, you did a great job with your program. And you also did a great job with adding formatting, which is a good skill to have. That's great. Okay. So average number of days feeling anxious by education level. It looks like, yeah, the people, the least anxious people are the people who have high school degrees, right? Or I'm sorry, the most anxious. Wait a minute.
Oh.
Average number of days anxious. Most anxious. Those are the high school graduates, right? The secondary education.
Yes.
So the most anxious people, the people who have less or more are less anxious than the people who have a high school degree.
Yes.
And this is happy. There's not a lot of difference, little bit of a difference, not much though.
Yeah, slight increase as
Yes.
your education increases.
Just slight, yeah. Okay, this one is 10. So that's a linear relationship.
Yes.
Wow.
So,
Yeah, lower class, working class, middle class, upper class. It goes right. It's like almost a perfect linear relationship.
yes. But the converse is almost true for happiness.
Yeah, so happy too.
Inverse, sorry. And then by class and education combined.
Oh yeah, let me see this one. So did that make sense to you what I said? Like not everybody got the emotion questions. That's why the numbers dropped down.
For the
Like
class
you had, no, like you see here, you have 95 people. Look at the table right above. Yeah. So you have like 95 people, 63 people. But when you get down here, you only have 48, 22. And it's because when you cross your new variable class EDU with happy, some of the people didn't get the emotion questions. That's why those groups are smaller.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, you see what I mean? Like 48 of those 95 people in that group also got the emotion question and ended up in this graph. 22 of the 53 or whatever. So let's look at this.
Oh, that's what it means.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I typed that to you, but I want to just double check you understood. Like I love that you caught that. Like those numbers should be the same as they are in the table because you see how big the groups are. But then when you get to crossing class EDU with happiness, now those numbers, those frequencies drop down, and you're like, wait, what happened? But what happened was some people didn't get the emotion questions, so they would have been dropped out of the scrap. So
And
I
that's
would,
why
yeah, average number of days feeling happy by class education. So I would say there's a little bit, most of them are the same. There's a little bit of a dip, middle class and upper class that have less than primary. So like, yeah, they have a bit of a dip. But other than that, I would say they're pretty similar.
yeah, and that's why the frequency is different for the happy
Yeah,
versus anxious stable.
same here. Yes, right.
Okay.
So let's see what we've got here. Again, middle class and upper class less than primary, which is a small group. It's only got 20 people in it, but they're a little bit lower. And the highest group is lower and working class who have a high school diploma. They're the
Yes.
most anxious.
What I found most interesting was comparing the level of those who have the same level of education but a different class. So
Okay.
the low and working who have less than primary, it's higher anxiety compared to the upper and working, upper and
Okay.
middle with less than
Yeah.
primary. And it's consistent, fairly consistent throughout, even with
Yeah.
secondary and tertiary.
Oh, yeah, that's interesting. Yep. Interesting. I love it.
And for some reason, the table repeated, the graph
Yeah,
repeated.
sometimes SAS repeats the table, but it's the same thing. It's not a mistake or anything. Just get to look at it twice. This looks great.
Thank you.
You do a really good job. I'm going to actually put in the chat for people who like this kind of work, like working with a big data set, asking your own research question, and even we're learning about statistics. Obviously, we did a quick thing here, but there's a really good course called QAC 201. It is a project, they do data-driven projects like this, and a big one, so you get to work on it the whole semester, so you really make a lot of progress. So data-driven project course. Okay, there you go. Okay. Great.
Thank
So
you.
you're welcome. Have you thought about your Pay It Forward project at all?
Something came to my mind last night, and while I was watching the emotions video, and I was going to write it down, but I forgot. So I'm
Okay.
planning to rewatch the video to see if I can get re-inspired, because there was something that was like, oh, I wonder why we didn't look at
Yeah,
this.
good. That's what they're supposed to do. There's some, when I saw all those, they were just really cool or interesting, or they made me think, I'd love to try that. So you feel free to keep
But
checking it out.
so far, the Maslow theory, the Maslow pyramid, I think I might do that.
Okay.
But I'll rewatch the video, see if I get inspired again.
Okay.
And
Perfect.
if not, I'll do the social hierarchy, the social needs pyramid by Maslow.
Perfect. That sounds good. Thank you, JC.
Thank you.
Awesome. Okay, Isabella, how's it going?
I sent a screenshot of what
Oh,
my
you did. Okay, sorry. Let me
screen
go to my wonderful. Let me go to my email. Okay, let's see. Wesley and Zoom. This one's chat. You see there's an arrow in the middle of the screen between closed caption and breakout rooms. What happens when you click that arrow?
It says speaking live view for transcript.
One thing you could try to do, because this is so strange, maybe log out and log back in. If it's still not there, we'll just deal with it. But it's just so strange. I mean, everybody can usually share their screen, so.
Okay, I'll try that.
Okay, we'll meet you back here. Okay, did I forget anybody? Cassie, we talked. Waverly, we talked. Alan, Shirley. Shirley, did we talk? I don't remember. We chatted, but did you show me your program? I think you did. I can't remember.
Yeah.
No. Okay. Good. Kathy showed me yours, River, Zach on Brendan. Okay, so yeah, Shirley, let me see yours.
I'm still having a hard time getting on the SAS. Maybe it's because my
You're
the
doing it on
region
your
of my
VPN?
VPN, yeah, the region.
Oh, boo. I'm so
I
sorry.
think I think it can only work when the region is the United States, and
Yeah, right. Because if you're on a VPN in the United States, that's what you need to do.
yes, but mine is in Hong Kong.
Oh, your VPN is in Hong Kong?
Yes.
Well, then when you log on and you can do it with a different account, a different email, you have to say where your VPN is.
Oh no.
I mean, usually you say where your region is, but you're not, there's a wall blocking it from being used in mainland China. I think there still is, there used to be. So have you not gotten onto SAS at all? If not, I can send you in another direction so that you don't have to struggle.
I have been on SAS a few days ago.
Oh, you were?
Yeah.
So were you able to run anything or you were not?
Maybe not at this time.
Were you ever able to run a successful program?
I think if I can log in successfully, I will also get a chance to run a completed program.
But I don't want to like leave you hanging if you can't use SAS.
I think I can solve this problem. I just
Okay.
need to like buy new VPN with the regions.
Okay. And have
United
did
States.
you and I talk about the Pay It Forward project yet?
Yes, we have.
We did. Okay, great. Okay. All right. Yeah. Let me know when you're ready to share your screen or if you can do that. But I'm sorry that's causing you technical difficulties. I don't want you to struggle. If you can't use SAS, we should make a different plan really quickly. I don't want you to spend unnecessary time. Okay. Did anybody else not chat with me, or does anybody else need me? And have any questions? Trying to do something with their program that I can help you with? Want to chat more about your thinking about Pay It Forward? I'm just going to hang here. We only have like 25 minutes left of the session, so just holler out with your voice because I'm going to be looking at a different screen. So holler out when you need me.
Oh, I have a question.
Yep.
So I was reading the model code,
Yeah.
and it has this thing like if Hatfield just Chase. What is
Yeah. Oh, GE means greater than or equal to.
Okay,
So
what
let
is
me tell you what I'm doing there. It's kind of complicated. I just want to, my goal is just to show you that literally you can do anything. You can always figure out a way to do things, even like in a brute force way. So what I wanted to do was figure out, because a lot of people who are happy are also sad or also contented. Like a lot of these emotions go together. So what I wanted to do is create new variables for people who were happy greater than or equal to 6 days a week, so almost every day, contented more than or equal to 6 days, sad and anxious. So these are people who are happy, contented, sad, anxious a lot. So I created a variable. The reason I gave the first one a 10, the next one a 1, is I wanted to get I wanted to see the constellation of feelings, right? So if I'm happy a lot, I'm going to get a 10. If I'm contented a lot, I'm going to get a 1. If I'm sad a lot, I'm going to get a 0.1. If I'm anxious a lot, so if you add them together, you see where I put emo pattern equals the sum of those? If you were a person that was happy, contented, sad, and anxious, you would have 11.11. See what I mean? Because if you add all those together, a 10, a 1, a 0.1, and a 0.01, you have 11.11. I mean, yeah, 11.11. Now, if you're only happy, you're going to have a 10. If you're only sad, you're going to have a 0.1. If you're both happy and sad, you're going to have a 10.1. So by adding those up, you can get a frequency distribution and see what the common patterns of emotions are. And the reason I picked like everybody feels these ways sometimes. The reason I picked greater than or equal to 6 is I wanted to get people who felt that way almost all the time.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
If you use those two pieces of code and you get a frequency distribution down below for emo pattern, you're going to see, oh, nobody said they're all 4 of those things, or 20% of the sample said they're all 4 of those things, or just by creating this a variable. So it's kind of a tricky way around getting a lot of information in a very simple way.
Okay.
And you could add different emotions. You could say, you could do it the opposite. You could say LE for less than or equal to 1, like people who are almost never happy or never sad or never contented or whatever.
Well, I'm doing like male or female.
Okay.
I'm gonna do something like who's generally like more fearful.
Okay. So scroll down a little bit. I'll show you what code to use. Use the code. You see where it says average number of days feeling anxious by marital status? Proxy chart. Yeah. Take those 4 lines of code. Up above a little bit. Yes. Those 4 lines of code, you're going to put, if you're interested in happy or what, you're going to change anxious to whatever you're interested in. And if you want to look at gender differences, you're going to change marital to sex.
Okay.
In the code you showed me, you need a semicolon at the end of what you just showed. I just noticed you didn't have a semicolon. Yeah, so right there. Yep. Yes. Beautiful. Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. If you get any errors, let me know. Just show me. I'm happy to fix them. Like once, it's funny, like when I first started learning to code, there was this expectation that you just I don't know, figured it out or something. But what I find is if someone is there to when I was a postdoc, I started doing a lot more coding. And when someone just was there to correct my problems really quickly, I learned really fast because of course, I was making the same mistakes again and again, or I knew what to look for. So you shouldn't struggle. It doesn't, your learning will not be improved by struggling if someone can show you how. We only have about 15 minutes left. If you are all set, we've talked about your pay it forward. Although please, everybody send me just a couple of, when you know what your pay it forward will be, send me a description of it. I'll send you a note about that. I just want to be able to react to it before you jump too squarely into it. What else? Yeah, if you have problems with your SAS code, feel free to send me your code. I'll help you fix it. This week, I'm going to look over your learning videos as well as read through your design thinking reactions. And yeah, thank you so much again for working through your portfolios on the Open Lab. I'm going to send you a note too about how to delete projects. You actually have to, when you go into editing, you have to go down and go to settings. I'm going to actually show you how to do that. Let me share my screen quickly. I'll try to do a screen grab too, but let me go to, here we go. Okay, so now I'm sharing. Let me log in. And then okay. Okay, so let's say I want to delete one of my projects. I gotta go find one of my projects. This is great. Okay, so I'm gonna go in here. Actually, let me go back. I should have clicked on edit. Fix those. Okay, so I'm gonna hover over this. If I wanted to, I'm not going to, but if I wanted to delete this project, I'm gonna click edit. And then I'm gonna go down here. You see the settings right here down at the bottom in the blue, all the way to the left lower corner. I'm gonna click settings. And when you come here, you can change these settings, but there's also something that comes up that lets you delete the project at the bottom. You can see here where my arrow is. So that's how you delete things. So the things you're testing and so forth, if you just go to edit, go down to the settings button, you're gonna get this screen and you can delete the project, okay? I'm actually surprised how functional this is, to be honest with you. If you have any difficulties, let me know. But if you have basic difficulties, try deleting something and sort of starting over, because I have a feeling once you get the hang of, that's what happened to me. Once I got the hang of this, I wasn't having any problems at all. So hopefully that will be the case too. But as I said, I just appreciate you doing this. I don't think you'll find it clunky, but I appreciate you collaborating like this. So next week I will have a $30 Amazon gift card sent to you for being the first users of Open Lab. So other than that, I'm going to hang around for the next 10-15 minutes. People who are done can go. People who want to connect with me before you go can do that. Thanks so much.